Hey guys, I'm Aditi. Welcome back to my channel. Wish you a very happy new year and hope you all are doing great. So today I have come up with a review video because of late I was going through some products that are newly launched by the brand Nivea, one of which is the body oil and another one is a sunscreen in the form of a facial mist. And this particular sunscreen, which is a sunscreen specially formulated for kids, and it is in the roll-on version. So I thought that sunscreens in general contain a lot of harmful chemicals that are very widely used in many sunscreens, but many people are unaware of that and hence use them on a regular basis. But those chemicals can be harmful in a long run, and so when I found that this particular age-old brand Nivea has formulated a sunscreen for kids, then I suppose that this might not be containing any of those harmful chemicals which can be harmful to the skin in a long run, because if it is formulated for kids, then the skin of kids are not seasoned to any kind of pollution or any kind of chemicals, and so their formulation has to be very pure and very that kind of without any adverse effects. That kind of formulation it has to be, and so it needs to be formulated with utmost care. And I don't think a kid sunscreen has any such elements which makes it forbidden to be used by an adult. So even being an adult, I thought that okay, if this is such a pure formulation, then why not give it a try? So I grabbed this particular sunscreen. Earlier I was using the sunscreen from the brand Organic Harvest, but that was a good sunscreen, but it was very thick and kind of mattifying on the skin. So I wanted a more comfortable version of sunscreen. Earlier I had used another sunscreen from the brand Forest Essentials, which was very comfortable on skin, but at that time there was only a version, like only a trial version available, and the full-sized version was not released at that time, so I couldn't get hold of that. Now it has been released, and so I will be trying out that as well, and that has a completely organic formulation. It is an organic version of sunscreen, which is comparatively rare. Otherwise there are two kinds of sunscreens. So one is a chemical sunscreen and another is a physical sunscreen. If you do not have an idea what are chemical sunscreens and what are physical sunscreens, then you can take a look at the article that I have posted in my blog. There you will get a very simplified version of a differentiation between the idea of a chemical sunscreen and the idea of a physical sunscreen. But basically chemical versus physical is a misnomer, because everything we use is a chemical. Even water is a chemical. Even the ingredients of physical sunscreen are also chemicals. The difference lies in how they provide us protection from the sun. So being said that, according to the classification, this one is a chemical sunscreen. Yes, it contains all the chemicals that can provide a good amount of protection from the sun, and also all these elements of the chemical sunscreen are very prone to degradation even before the expiry date. So this particular sunscreen also contains certain compounds that prevent the premature degradation of these particular sun protection elements, which is really a good thing. Now here I must mention that please don't be taken aback by the word chemical, because these chemicals are actually the good kind of chemicals that provide us protection from the sun, and they are not going to cause any harm to the skin. In fact, I don't think it contains any kind of harmful chemicals. It just contains 4% alcohol, which might be considered as harmful by some, but it is not exactly harmful. It is required for the solubilization of the other compounds, so it is like it's not a big harmful thing, and I don't think it contains any harmful chemicals as such. And the price of this is a 50 ml product, and the price of this is $4.99, which is a bit on the pricier side, but as compared to the quantity and how it looks is This is how it looks. This has a SPF of 50 plus. That means approximately it is going to provide me a protection from the sun for 50 into 10, that is 500 minutes. Once I cross that 500 minutes time span, I need to reapply my sunscreen. This is the meaning of SPF. So, and what are the other features of the sunscreen is that it gives protection from both UVA and UVB kind of rays, which is good. And also it claims to be water resistant, but it is not completely water resistant. It gives a moderate amount of water resistance. And also it has this particular anti-stain tag, which means that if the sunscreen comes in contact with your clothes, then it will not leave stains, but it will be removed by washing. But that's not my case exactly, because I have a different sunscreen for my face and a different sunscreen for my body. So I'm not going to use it on my hands and feet, whatever. I just apply it on my face and neck, and I will be showing you how it is like. So this is the roll-on. This is the roll-on ball of the sunscreen, and I expected it to be a translucent formulation just like the roll-on deodorants, but no, it is not. It is quite a thick kind of cream. It is a proper opaque cream, you can see. So, and it is not exactly a lotion, but it is a cream that is not very thick and not very runny. It has an intermediate kind of consistency. Whether it is very comfortable on skin or not, whether it is very spreadable. No, it is not like very spreadable because the formulation is a little bit thick, but that amount of thick formulation will not make you uncomfortable. That is something I can tell you. Now, one downside of this particular sunscreen is that because my skin type is oily, which is not the case of babies, because in case of babies you cannot determine whether they have a dry skin or an oily skin at such an early age. But yes, my skin type is oily, so I will show you here itself. If I apply it on my face, then it makes my face extremely shiny. Yes, I have no makeup on my face, and so it makes my skin extremely shiny. I will just apply it on this half of my face, and so it is like I have used many other sunscreens, but no other sunscreen makes it shiny to this extent that I cannot wear it out unless I set it with a powder. The finish is not really good. You can see how shiny it is. I'll just move my face. You can see how shiny it is. And why this particular thing bothers me more is because the amount of sunscreen that needs to be applied remains to be constant, irrespective of the brand you choose, irrespective of the SPF you choose, because the amount of sunscreen that needs to be applied on the face plus neck togetherly, as recommended by dermatologists, is half of a teaspoon. So if that amount of sunscreen, if I just slather it on my face, then my face will look like something like I just dipped my face in oil and I'm going out. My face will look like that, with which I'm not really comfortable. And so this particular sunscreen needs to be set with some mattifying powder. So that is one thing. I do not like layering up products on top of my face early in the morning. I would prefer a tube version or a bottle version from which the sunscreen can be poured as compared to a roll-on version because of minimum contamination. But yes, they have formulated this keeping the idea of kids in mind, that if they have a roll-on sunscreen, then they will find it interesting to use and they will themselves apply it on their face or whatever, and that way like they will be regular in applying the sunscreen if they find something interesting about it, because otherwise they will not understand the risks of skin cancer and all that. They will not understand. So yes, so basically there needs to be something interesting about it, and so they have just made it this kind of roll-on version, which I appreciate. But for adults, I don't think a roll-on sunscreen is really a favorable version. This is my opinion about this. And also let me know which is your favorite sunscreen in the comment section, and also what you think about this, whether you would want to give this a try or not, because I have mentioned both the positive sides and the negative sides. So let me know your views in the comment section, and that is it for today guys. Bye bye.